Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today for the official signing of a joint venture between Quantinuum and Rabban Capital to accelerate the adoption of quantum computing in Qatar and the Gulf region. We are here to witness this landmark agreement between two trailblazing companies and hear from the visionary leaders guiding the strategic partnership. We will also reserve time at the end of the session for questions from members of the media in the room. This collaboration marks a foundational moment for the advancement of quantum computing in the Gulf region and establishes a platform for strengthening strategic U.S.-Qatar ties, spur bilateral investment in future-defining industries, and foster technological leadership and shared prosperity. It is now my honor to introduce our two esteemed guests. First, Abdulaziz Khalid Al Rabban, Chairman of Al Rabban Capital. Al Rabban is a Qatari investment and advisory firm driving business growth across Qatar and the region. The company enables market entry and expansion through joint ventures, strategic partnership, and deep local insight, supporting both public and private sector initiatives. Its focus includes AI, quantum tech, healthcare, and sustainability, with a strong commitment to impactful growth. Abdulaziz heads Al Rabban Capital and serves as a board member of Al Rabban Holding, a diversified conglomerate. Abdulaziz has successfully developed multiple startups and joint ventures, transforming them into successful companies by leveraging his deep market insight and strategic vision. Next, Dr. Rajiv Hazra, President and CEO of Quantinuum. Quantinuum is the world leader in quantum computing. The company's quantum systems deliver the highest performance across key industry benchmarks. The company has a proven track record of accelerating the commercialization of quantum technologies and building quantum ecosystems in multiple geographies. Quantinuum's over 550 employees include more than 370 scientists and engineers across the UK, US, Germany, and Japan, and are driving quantum computing revolution. Rajiv has more than 3 decades of experience in quantum and supercomputing roles across the globe. Prior to joining Quantinuum, he served as the general manager of Compute and Networking Business Unit at Micron Technologies and spent 25 years at Intel Corporation, most recently leading the Enterprise and Government Group and Technical Computing Group. Thank you both so much for being here. We'll now begin with brief opening remarks from each of our guests, starting with Rajiv Hazra.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, now friends. It is indeed a momentous day for us as a company, Quantinuum, and I believe for Qatar and US relationships as well. As you saw, many of you have seen in the last week following the President's visit to the region, and particularly Qatar, there has been a rejuvenation and rededication to deepening the friendship and collaboration between these two countries, extending collaboration, particularly in deep tech areas, as the alignment of what the United States, as the President said, wants to get done, as well as Qatar's ambitions as embodied in its 2030 plan, have beautifully aligned to create this environment that we find ourselves in. The joint venture between Al Rabban Capital and Quantinuum isn't kind of a one-off. It also embodies exactly those same principles of two parties that are the best at what they do, aligning on a common goal, and that common goal being very clearly to use technology for the benefit of society. That is the deep commitment about 2 years ago when I started talking to Abdulaziz, my partner. I found was underpinning all of the other aspirations, whether they were technical accomplishments or financial goals, that deep aspiration to collaborate, build something that was endearing and valuable to society, and particularly society in Qatar and the region. We share at Quantinuum the very same goal. Our goal is to build quantum computing for good. And in this joint venture, we've been able to bring together that alignment of two parties and hopefully start and accelerate this journey towards transforming lives in Qatar, the region, and eventually the world from Qatar. The goals of the JV are very simple. The first is to bring state-of-the-art infrastructure, make it accessible to the various communities in Qatar and the region that are going to be part of this mission of building next-generation solutions that benefit humanity here. The second goal is actually then to build those solutions in a deep partnership between industry, academia, and us, be able to get to those next level of solutions, whether they are solutions for the energy sector, for the transportation sector, just basic R&D and science advances, be able to build those, not just for the purpose of R&D, but to transform those into solutions that are deployed and generating value. The third is particularly endearing to me and us at Quantinuum, is the people factor above and beyond what this technology can do for them. It's to build up the workforce in Qatar, to enable Qatar to be a shining example of what a collaborative, deep technology, highly educated and experienced workforce can do for the region and the world. So you can say it's ambitious, but we believe it's very worthwhile. And any worthwhile task, we believe, will have its challenges, but if we stick on, persevere, it will eventually get done. I want to thank the President of the United States and the administration for their tremendous belief in this journey and having highlighted us as part of that trip. I'm also very grateful to the government in Qatar for being equally receptive and supportive of this idea. And I believe that is the transformational factor behind what otherwise would be a business transaction. I want to say a few words about why we, Quantinuum, chose to come to Qatar. It's probably the one question I get asked in every media interview I've done over the last week or so. And the answer lies, again, not just in that alignment that I talked about. The answer lies in the chemistry of the partnership. At every level, being able to understand what partners see, want to do, their challenges from their shoes, and be able to work together hand in hand to solve them. The deep tech business is not for the faint of heart, but it is for the large-hearted people. And in Rabban Capital, we found that partner that is both demanding as well as empathetic and supportive. And I hope they will find us the same as well. We have a tremendous opportunity. We have a tremendous opportunity, and as the ambassador said, who I'm very grateful for his presence today, but more so for all his continuing support over the last year or so that we've been working on this project, in something he said. He said, 5 years from now, there will be others, but you will never lose the value and the pride of being the first. And I take that to heart, and my partner takes that to heart deeply. So with that in mind, with all of the blessings and the good wishes of every stakeholder at the government level, in our partnerships in the ecosystem, we are extremely heartened, energized, and extremely confident of taking on the future. At Quantinuum, we often say the future, it's pointless debating what it is, let's just go out and build it. And that's what we are going to do with this joint venture. So now I'll invite Abdulaziz to say a few words.
Thank you everyone for coming. I think Dr. Rajib have covered most of the points that I was trying to say. So in this, at this moment, I would start my, I will start that by thanking Mr. President of United States to support that from the beginning. His last visit was putting Qatar and the United States in different level. And also I want to thank the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim, to make that happen actually. Because both countries has to work together in this to make it really big. So I think that I can call it a nation project. It's not a business project. It's going to benefit both countries. And thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you both for those insightful remarks. We are set to complete the signing ceremony. Please sign. At this time, we will now open the floor to questions from members of the media. As a reminder, this portion of the session is reserved for accredited press only. Please note we will take 2 or 3 questions. Thank you for your understanding. Please identify your name and outlet before asking your question, and kindly keep your questions concise and focused. We appreciate your cooperation in helping us manage time and ensure a smooth discussion. Please raise your hand. If there are no questions at this time, we thank you again for attending. Thank you so much to our distinguished guests for sharing their vision and insights today. This joint venture represents more than a business agreement. It stands as a milestone in advancing quantum computing technology, deepening bilateral cooperation, and unlocking new value for long-term prosperity in the region. We look forward to the bright road ahead and to the promising collaboration between these 2 industry leaders and the technological alliance between the US and Qatar. Thank you all again for being with us this afternoon.